So last time on Umineko when they cry. So oh man, Anji already finished you know her flashback of her backstory and then decides to return back to focus on her objective, which is within the witch's game. But she got stopped by Lambda Delta in order to tell her that she was tricked by Burncastle and tells her, hey, instead of joining Burncastle, how about joining uh, me as part of the game piece? You know, knowing you know knowingly that Anji is not Ange. Anji is not Anji anymore. She is just a game piece, which is really a bit of a tightrope situation right there. But now we're in the thing. I wonder if Anji already has the power to manifest the seven sisters of purgatory by now. I wonder where they swiped it from. They were fighting over a donut or something, playing around really loudly.
エンジェ様は読書をなさってるのよ。少しは静かにできないの？そう言ってるサタンが一番うるさいのよ。沈黙なさい。この愚昧が。ルシファーお姉様の方がうるさいです。文句が終わり？
I was already used to the oldest and the third oldest sister arguing with each other. Even though they're both so quick to anger, it's a bit funny how they're both having to hold back a little. They might be surprisingly like each other.
賑やかにしていろとの仰せでしたが、これではさすがに。
Ain't that interesting?
少しボリュームを下げさせますか？
Depends on how you're gonna do it.
気にしないで騒いでてくれていいわ。教室の黄色い笑い声より100倍心地よいもの。
エンジ様、早く次のページ。エンジ様は読むのが遅い。
マモンは読書が好きなの？地味なことが一番苦手そうに見えるのにね。
マモンが司るのは強欲。知識欲にもそれは通じます。
The thirst for knowledge.
ただし、独占したがるので、本を与えると人に読ませまいと、読書後に焼いてしまうこともあるのでご注意を。
That's funny.
私は誰も知らないことを私だけが知っているのが好き。誰もできないことを私だけができるのが好き。だから勉強は好き。練習は好き。
You'd be a fucking scholar by now.
私だけが誰も知らない英知を独り占めしたいから。
As Mammon said that, her eyes sparkling, she peered down at the page that was open and read through it again. You could see the greed that made her covet that page even more thoroughly than I did. As you can see, my magical power has grown much stronger than it was on the first day I summoned them. By now, I've gotten so that I can summon all of the seven sisters of purgatory at once, and still calmly read a book like this. This place, although I can't recall exactly where it is a quiet and calm street side bench. I had been young back then, so I don't remember the details of its location. Still, I remembered that my days walking here were a lot of fun, together with Mom, Dad, Mom, and even Oni-chan. It was a memory of a very rare and very happy day when everyone had been together. The people who walked by every once in a while didn't notice me. They just pleasantly ignored me and passed by as though everything was normal. Even the seven sisters' incredible outfits weren't embarrassing or anything, because it wasn't like anyone was actually watching. Come to think of it, I'm getting pretty used to it. As long as they don't make me wear those. That'll be funny. Make Yeah, it would be really silly and maybe a bit of a fan service arc. I was sitting on a stylish bench, memorizing a timeline for world history. In an academy system where everything is based on collective responsibility, there's no tolerance for dunces. It seemed that I was considerably below the average grade for the class. According to those extremely intellectual girls, if I alone improved my grade, the average would rise drastically. They had been kind enough to show me with a graph drawn by colorful pens on a B4 sheet of drawing paper. Just thinking of the effort I had taken to draw, that was repulsive. But I've already spat out all those complaints. I've already voiced my constant and furious anger and sadness to these girls here. The sisters were sometimes indignant, sometimes sympathetic, and sometimes mourned along with me. I was truly happy to be able to share emotions like that with friends. Yeah, because if you had it bottled up there, then it's unhealthy, and then if you don't have friends to complain, then I guess I guess it really depends. Like that with friends. It's said that they were originally furniture that existed to carry out Beatrice's cruel sacrifice ceremony. According to the occult message bottle I read, it seems that several of them even attacked my family. But I don't believe that, and it's pointless to question them about it. They are furniture, so they only respond to their master's requests. Even if they really did attack my family, I can't hate them. The one I really hated was the Golden Witch, Beatrice, or else that ringleader of the Ushiro Mia's suspicion, Aunt Eva.
エンジ様、早く次のページ。
Well, I was requested to go back and reread our first chapter, which is like the end results, which shouldn't be hard. I was told it's supposed to be really important. But here's the thing, though. That one I was told was supposed to be an important piece. I can't really think of any other important pieces. Like maybe in the third episode. Maybe there are some in the second episode, but I know there are murders to put like some sort of theories with hold. So.
あ、ごめん。疲れたわ。少し休憩させて。エン
ジ様、休憩だって。遊ぼう遊ぼう。エンジ様、遊ぼう。
When they noticed that I had interrupted my study, the most energetic youngest sisters gathered around me. And that wasn't all. Even Maria One-chan and Sakutaro showed themselves. They had probably been very close by, but they must have hid themselves so that they wouldn't interrupt my study.
フリュー。
Oh, look.
エンジェ、お勉強どう？お勉強どう？サク太郎！元気？ちょっと！私にもモフモフさせて！早い者勝ちだっていつも言ってるでしょ？ああ、かわいいかわいい！うきゅー、潰れちゃうよ。うりゅー。
七姉妹が揃ってる時に現れたのが運の尽きだ。 おとなしくモフモフされてもらおう。
もういっつもこんなにしてしまって。愚昧な姉と妹どもが申し訳ありません。
サク太郎もみんなに会えて喜んでるよ。どうエンジェ、お勉強の調子は？
ありがとう。まあそこそこには。ご丁寧にも他のクラスで先にあった小テストのプリントが回してもらえたの。麗しい連帯感に涙が出るわ。とりあえず年表を頭に入れるだけでもまあ多少はマシかしら。
ウリュウ、エンジェお勉強偉い。いっぱい点数取れるよ、ウリュウ。お疲れ様。マリア、お勉強は全然ダメだったから、ちゃんと勉強すれば点数が取れるエンジェが羨ましいよ。
ご冗談を。英語、ラテン語、オカルトの知識。そんなのを丸暗記できてるお姉ちゃんの方がよっぽどすごいわ。
I'm pretty sure most of the times, like during school, is either I stay up during the night and study, or most of the time I stay up like watching TV or playing games, and then study at the very like the day before the like some test or some stupid shit like that.
マリアは魔法のお勉強は何でも覚えられるけど、つまんないお勉強は何も覚えられない。だからテストでも何も役に立たない。
確かにオカルトの知識はどうかと思うけど、英語なんかは成績に結びつくんじゃない？
小学校1年生の時、国語のテストで鉄砲のイラストの脇に四角が4マスあって、そこに名前を書きなさいって問題があった。
The picture of a gun was told to write its name in 4 squares. Picture of a gun?
ライフルって書いたら×だった。
Rifle and katakana. Raifuru. Raifuru. Is it really? What? Say more. No, it's not peanuts. Oh. Raifuru. I probably got that wrong, so again, I could be really dumb. Oh, shit.
どうして？合ってるじゃない。
鉄砲が正解だって。
It was supposed to be the Japanese word for gun in hiragana, teppuru.
カタカナは小学1年生では習わないからダメだと言われた。マリアはよくわからないから。
Wait, what?
鉄砲が正解だって。
Teppo.
カタカナは小学1年生では習わないからダメだと言われた。小学校1年生の時、国語のテストで、鉄砲のイラストの脇に四角が4マスあって、そこに名前を書きなさいって問題があった。ライフルって書いたら×だった。
Rifle. Ain't that something? That's great to know. I didn't really get it.
その日以来、テストでは全てひらがなで書くようにしたよ。
Hiragana.
でもなぜかママには怒られる。先生にも怒られる。
お姉ちゃんは多分生まれる国を間違えたわ。
Probably born in the wrong country. Oh shit.
ならマリア、魔女の国に生まれて魔法学校に入りたかった。
Where have I heard this reference before? I'd rather been born in the country of witches. My Witch Academia? That's like the only that's like the closest I can think of when it comes to the. Or is this some sort of Harry Potter reference? I don't know.
そうしたら、もっともっと素敵な魔法の友達がいっぱいいたかもね。うりゅう。でも、別に今は何も気にしてないよ。だって、魔法はいっぱい使えるし、魔法のお友達もたくさんいる。マリアには、サクタロがいれば十分だもの。僕だけじゃないよ。サクスケもサク吉も動物の音楽隊もアザラシの下田くんもウサギのサナエさんも小豚のピゴーくんも他にもいっぱい。
Sakusuki, Sakukichi, Shimoda, Sanai. Incredible. The number of One-chan's friends keeps increasing. Every time I ask, the number of names for her friends grows. But there's no doubt that Sakutaro is her best friend. I'm a little jealous of all those close friends.
どう？七姉妹は仲良くやれてる？
本当に賑やかな姉妹たちよ。たまに物騒なことを言い出すけど悪くないわ。本当はサクタロみたいな可愛い子が良かったんだけど、今は彼女たちと一緒でも十分いいかなって思ってる。
So Maria passed on the 7 sisters of the purgatory to Ange. Well, Ange's now more powerful than before. Even though the sisters of the purgatory were used to kill off, the Ushinomiya family, then Ange shouldn't worry about that. The only concern for Ange is the Golden Witch he has to be opposed against. But even then, it's like, what to do? Because that's also like if Ange gets found out about the current plan, then everything could fall apart, right? I don't know.
もっと私の原初の魔法を学んだなら、きっとエンジェの好みの友達を生み出せるようにもなるよ。今のエンジェに想像はまだちょっと難しいね。
想像と召喚は違う。そして反言もまた違う。
やっぱり一番の願いは家族を蘇らせること？
うん。よりしろは持ってるよ。これ。
そうだね。その髪飾りならいつかきっとバトラを呼び出す鍵になるよ。あとはエンジェの修行次第だね。
それがいつまでかかるのかわからないのが泣けるけれども。
ウリュウ、辛くてもしっかり。エンジェが諦めなければ絶対にいつか叶うよ。
絶対に叶うという保証を誰かがくれたなら、きっと心も休まるでしょうにね。
ウリュウなら僕が保証する。エンジェはいつかきっと必ず願いを叶えられるよ。
ありがとう。気休めでも嬉しいわ。
気休めじゃないよ、ウリュウ。ダメだよ、エンジェ。 そういう感情は半魔法の毒素になるよ。
Oh my. If you're just trying to console me, that kind of emotion will turn into a magic resistant toxin.
夢は必ず叶うって気持ちが一番よく芽吹く魔力の種なんだよ。
So believing your dream is the increase of magic, but doubting yourself is also the opposite. Huh.
そうね。ごめんなさい、お師匠様。
エンジ様は少し強欲さが足りないのよ。
Greedier?
欲しいもののためにはどこまでも。手に入れるまで絶対に諦めないという根性が足りない。
Until you get it.
無理よ。そんなことないよ。エンジェは頑張ってるよ。
You think that being greedy is actually gonna help. I don't know about that. That's a bit of a bold statement in my opinion, but whatever works.
ありがとう、作太郎、アモン。泣き言なんて何の足しにもならないもんね。私にはただ頑張るしか道はないのよ。努力するわ。歯を食いしばってね。そして必ず夢を叶えるわ。絶対に。
With certainty. Why am I getting the feeling this is actually getting told by the witches? Huh, that rings a bell. The word certainty.
ウリュウ。エンジェ偉いよ。頑張ろう。僕もママも応援する。ええ、応援します。主が強欲であればあるほど私たちの価値も上がるというもの。
それよりエンジ様、せっかく10人も集まったんだし、みんなでしりとりでもして遊ぼうって提案がありまして。
しりとり?
負けたら罰ゲーム。私に耳をかじらせて。
Oh god.
もう、あんたの頭には食欲以外ないの？愚昧どもの愚かな提案をお許しください。
I mean, to be fair, Beelzebub holds the deadly sin of gluttony, so.
そろそろ勉強に戻られなくても大丈夫ですか？やだやだやだ！ずっとお勉強終わるの待ってたのに遊んでもらえないなんてやだ！
悪くない提案と思います。たまには遊ぶのも頭の良い柔軟になるかと。
I mean, there's nothing wrong with taking a break from time to time.
ベルフェが司るのは怠惰だっけ？もっともらしいことを言ってるけど、うまいことを言ってるわね。
失礼しました。エンジェ様は勤勉でおられる。
エンジェさえ良ければ私もみんなと遊びたいな。みんなでワイワイ、きっと楽しい。エンジェエンジェ、遊ぼう遊ぼう。みんなでしりとりをやろう。
では、作太郎のウリュウからスタートで。
Oh boy.
この場合、何からになるの？リュ？ユ？
ウリュウから？ なんだろうね。やっぱり竜？
こんなおかしな語尾の単語が出てくるなんてめったにないし。
じゃあ私が一番。リュッから行くね。時計のネジのリューズ。
私が一番に言いたかったのに。リュートの方が素敵。
なんだかさっきから難しいのばっかりね。というか順番どうなってるの？次は誰？
風流。誰でもいいと思うよ。思いついた人順でいいよ。
何それ、面白いね。いっぱい言えた人が勝ち？
The person who can say the most wins.
早口しりとりだね。
Fast talking shioritori. Is there like a tip in telling me what shioritori? I probably have to Google it later. Shioritori is a Japanese word game. Players take in turns to say words, and each word must begin with the last Japanese character of the previous word, forming a chain. Only nouns are allowed, and accidentally saying a word that ends with the character N loses you the game. Because no Japanese word begins with N, a word like ninja, for example, begins with ni, not N. The exact rules for what is allowed and what exactly constitutes the last character often vary and need clarification. Huh, interesting. Because that's something I never knew. So we got a word game play here, right there, within Japanese tradition. Fast talking shioritori.
じゃあ私行くね。ズッキーニ、ニンニク炒め、メカブのパスタ。
Zucchini, ninniku itame, garlic stir fry, mekabu with pasta.
どれも美味しそう。あ、3つもいっちゃった。
I had stir fry before, but I never tried mekabu with pasta. Oh great, now you're making me want to go back and eat again. Like I already ate. I mean, you probably couldn't tell I already ate because most of the uploads I do on YouTube are scheduled anyway. So I said 3 of them.
ベルゼ3点獲得っと。接続詞はありなのか？
Conjunctions.
のがありになったら何でもありになっちゃうわ。最後のはダメよ。1点減点。目からよ。
From me.
じゃあマリアね。メレンゲ。
Merengue. Wait.
ゲー？
Gay? Gay.
うりゅー。
I can't tell. I can't even tell what he means by that.
下水道埋め立て地地下室。
Gesude. Umetechi. Chikashitsu. Drainage system, reclaimed land, basement.
ざっとこんな感じ？
Well, Lucifer is the sin of pride, so she sure is a bit prideful there.
お姉様、なんだか品のない単語ばっかり。
何よ。じゃあ品のいい単語で続けてみなさいよ。
Something refined? I don't know about that one. Something refined, eh?
とにかく私3点ね。 次はつよ、つ。
す。
こんな変なしりとり初めて。面白い。うりゅう。全然わかんないけど面白い。
I'm pretty sure there are a lot of new readers and casual readers out there trying to understand what this word game means, even if they're not. Oh, I'm pretty sure. Oh man.
うりゅう。
I've played normal Shiritori before, but I've never experienced a Shiritori this weird. There's only the lively seven sisters, Maria One-chan, Sakutara, and me. I'm now surrounded by friends that are so fun to be with. The courage to accept a world of magic, a world of witches. That alone didn't change the fact that I was still locked up in an academy, without a single friend in my class. But despite that, I'm able to have such a fun and lively time. I'll also become a witch, like Maria One-chan. And someday, I'll add my family to this fun circle. Dad, Mom, and Oni-chan. And if possible, George, Oni-chan, and Jessica One-chan. And the other relatives. I don't know about the other relatives, though. I'll call everyone. Everyone here without a single person missed it. And we'll all gather together.
それが私の夢。
I mean, I don't think the all in the entire the family gets along, but I get well. Now I'm being a little negative there. Jesus.
そうよ。私はそれを叶えるまで絶対にくじけない。
エンジ様はきっと大魔女になられます。あなたがそうだと信じるだけで、我ら煉獄の七姉妹はその日まで常におそばにお仕えするでしょう。
いてくれる？いつまでも私の力になってくれる？
当然。だって私エンジェ様の友達じゃないですか。
ええ、そうね。常に全員揃ってみんなで遊びましょう。今もこれからもずっとずっと。
エンジェ様が夢を叶えられる日まで。
The lively 10-person game of Shiritori, alongside a street cut off from time, under the constantly bright rays of the sun, could have continued forever. Could have continued forever, huh?
マジほんと。どういうわけ後宮さん。
Oh boy. In the end, I wasn't able to get a very good grade on my test. I tried memorizing things in my own way, but if you couldn't manage anything by cramming the night before a test, no one would ever worry about tests.
あらかじめ問題が分かってたら、普通楽勝じゃない？楽勝。
さすがの私たちも空欄に答えまでは書き込みませんでしたわ。その程度はお勉強してくれると信じてましたから。
なにこれ？ちょっとマジこれ信じらんない。ほとんどダメじゃない。あんた本当にちゃんと予習したわけ？一応。一応ってレベルじゃありませんことよ、後宮さん。
ここまでひどいと私、めまいすらしそうですわよ。おお、神よ。
Oh God.
こんな簡単なテストすら無残な成績を残し、
What the fuck's the test all about?
クラス全体の平均点をガタ打ちさせる彼女を、どうかお許しください。
So, wow. So if we pass the test, it'll increase the grade average from the entire class. But if one person fails a test for the entire class, it will plummet, and then everyone will find the right culprit and call them retarded. Ain't what an interesting private academy. The same test had been given in another class first. That test paper had been obtained, so the average score for our class had been unusually high, enough to obscure my slight improvement. However, there were some things I had no excuse for. If I had spent that entire day studying like mad, I might have been able to get a slightly higher score. But I hadn't gone that far. After that on that day, I spent the whole time having fun playing Shiritori with the seven sisters, Sakatara and Onechan. As expected, the winner had been Maria Onechan. She was a strong player thanks to her wide knowledge of trivia. Sakatara had gotten the punishment game. He spent the whole time cheering for everyone else's answers, completely forgetting to think of any himself. Because of that, he'd been squished by the seven sisters and had his ears thoroughly nibbled, hadn't he?
ねえ、聞いてる、白宮さん。
Just straight up smacked her. They were surrounding me, twittering like small birds. I see what you did there, twittering. They were annoying, smelly. On the outside of that circle was Mammon, an exasperated expression on her face.
相変わらずおかしな学校ね。自分の成績が良かったなら万々歳じゃないの？
I'm pretty sure this is a very different story. I can't even tell what's to blame here. Ange's fault for being distracted, and rather just focus on her, and then wasn't have the ability to multitask the real life situation and then the the free time outside, or that free time being a big distraction. I mean, I get the point that like if too much studying is going to bore you at some point, but at some point, like surely one little small break isn't this bad, right? Like I don't know what is there to blame here within this. But now the students are just bullying Anji for being fucking stupid. Like that's actually I don't know I don't know which side to be to take from here. Holy shit.
連帯責任とやらのせいでしょ。彼女らにとって自分の成績がどうこうじゃなくて、クラスの平均点が低くて恥ずかしい方が問題なのよ。あるいはその結果、罰則として与えられる奉仕活動が嫌で嫌で仕方ないのかもしれない。
Wait. So because they have a low grade score for the entire class, they gotta be punished with volunteer work? And that includes Anji doing that as well? Because I don't know. So I don't even know what the fucking education system is like. So because I'm pretty sure within within my case, it's like the grades are like that, like it's separate individually.
それってつまり、成績を良くしたいから勉強してるとかじゃなくて、連帯責任や奉仕活動が嫌だから勉強してるって意味？妬ましくて恥ずかしいのよ。誰かより劣りたくない。恥ずかしめられたくない。そんな気持ちだけが彼女らを勉強に駆り立ててる。
Well, that's what happens when they don't want their ego to be fucking broken apart because of how fragile they are.
勉強がしたければ勝手にすればいいのに。騒がしい奴ら。
That's the confusing part.
つまるところ、連帯責任も奉仕活動もなければ、彼女らは勉強などする気もないわけだ。勉強の意味も知らず勉強することの、なんと愚かしいことか。
So they have to study just to get the reward of being lazy later on. Like, what?
しかし、本当にこいつらはうるさくてバカバカしい。エンジェ様の貴重な昼の一時を邪魔するなと言うのに。
Well, how are we gonna solve it then? If you think if you think these guys are being pieces of shit to Anji, okay. What would okay? Let me just paint because this is actually this is what I really want to bring up within like from the school bullying Stunlock. What would you do? What would a stupid person do if they're getting blamed by 3 people thinking that this stupid person is a subhuman, even though yet the people that act like dogs, you know, don't want to do the volunteer work, but yet they don't have the drive to study, so they study just for the sake of, you know, not wanting to do anything. You know, I'm telling you, we live in a world where some people are pretty hypocritical. Also, I feel like I like it how Anji like tends to brag about like she wishes for people to be hit by a brick, even though like she usually have like little or no ability to like do any physical self-defense or something like that. I don't know.
こいつら嫌い。早くどっか行っちゃえ。お腹すいた。早く消えちゃえ。
No words.
ごめんね、みんな。人間ってのはどうしてここまで浅ましいのかしらね。
Because they don't take the blame from themselves, they just blame it on other people. I mean,
自分で努力するより、エンジ様に努力させる方が楽で強欲に平均点を稼げるってことでしょ。人間なんてみんな強欲。そしてより楽なようにそれを強いる。
that's the weird part. Why couldn't all the students fucking study and one person like not care about, or like few people just don't care about the test? Wouldn't that fucking balance the the score? Because I don't, again, normally the amount of people studying within entirety a classroom is around approximately around in between 20 to 30 people. So, uh,
こいつらとはやがて煉獄の山で再会するわ。第五感を抜けるときはせいぜい己が足元に注意することね。
Mammon controls the fifth terrace of the mountain that reaches to heaven, Mount Purgatory. Since he's saying this, you can probably be sure that after those girls die, their journey to heaven won't be an easy one. No, on the contrary, let them just fall into hell. Insane. The class committee went to the student council and applied to use a student. At first, 30 minutes in, there's some peaceful times, and then 10 minutes in, afterwards is a fucking Stunlock. The class committee went to the student council and applied to use a classroom during lunch and after school. The purpose of use was for a class study group, a wonderful little gathering so that they could all surround me and make me study. I'm so grateful I could cry. Which meant that every day all of my lunch and 3 hours of my afternoon would be stolen. The Academy and its student council, with its theme of student self-government, instantly approved of this pleasant activity that the students were taking up of their own initiatives. In other words, I was no longer able to escape after school by leaving the classroom. After school, the first class study group meeting started right away. Would they open a textbook, then kindly and carefully explain so that even I could understand it? Of course, it didn't turn out like such a naive illusion. After school in the classroom, dozens of my classmates crowded around my desk. First, before we started studying, why were my grades so bad? What was the reason? It was decided that we couldn't start until I could clearly answer those questions, become aware of the problem, and show regret for my actions. Of course, there's no way for me to respond when asked a question like that. They've loathed me all this time, and they've rejected me and kept me at a distance, preventing me from joining in on their community. So I've avoided their community myself. There shouldn't have been any conflict for either of us that way. So even in this group that was enthusiastic, quote unquote, about raising the class average, they obviously kept me at a distance. Even if I tried to join in, they would probably ignore me, like they always did in the past. Like, what's the fucking point? Like they always did, like expected. Like they always did in the past.
言ってくれれば私たちいくらでも教えてあげたよ。ねえ。
Wait a minute. If you just asked, we would have taught you. Wait a minute. That makes no fucking sense. The way you say it. So you rejected Ange, but one of you guys stepped in and be like, "Oh, why didn't you just ask?" Ange was the one fucking. What the fuck? They were getting themselves all worked up. I've already had enough of the hypocrisy of their tacked-on excuses. Oh, what the fuck? What is wrong with people nowadays? Wait, so it's okay to reject someone to participate in any group activities, but it's not okay when you what? What the fuck is happening? I've already had enough of the hypocrisy of their tacked on excuse.
後宮さんの悪いところはね、協調性がないところなのよ。自分さえ良ければいいって思ってる。その考えがいけないのよ。
セールチーヤの学び屋に集う者は協調の心を持つように。ちゃんと生徒手帳にも明記されてましてよ。協調性があれば
I think having a cooperative heart is what gives birth to the desire to study together and contribute to the entire class.
クラス全体に貢献するために一緒にお勉強しようという意志も生まれると思うの。そここそが後宮さんにお勉強以前に欠けている部分だと思うんだけど、どう思うかしら？
ねえ、さっきから私たちの話を聞いてる？あなたのために私たちはわざわざ放課後に残ってこうしてお話ししているのよ。
You know, I find it ironic that the school have the learning of the school have a cooperative heart, and like this statement right here, like is pretty fucking ironic considering like a big majority is not really part doing any. I mean, I don't know what they're fucking doing behind closed doors, so I couldn't judge. No words. I'm so grateful I could cry. Of course, they didn't like that. This way, it almost makes it look like we're bullying you. They reprimanded me. Oh, gee, okay. Fortunately, I'm normally all cried out anyway. If I'm told not to cry, I can hold it back. First, I was made to write a letter of remorse and read it out loud. Of course, this was to be done by today. The class committee politely applied to the student council in the staff room for an extension of the use of this classroom. It seems it was accepted right away, which means that starting now, I'll be forced into self-criticism for at least a full 5 hours here. Ushiro Ange got a low score on her test and caused trouble for her classmates.
違うでしょ？成績が低くて迷惑をかけたってのは根本じゃないでしょ？協調性でしょ？協調性。
もう、なんで後宮さんの反省文の書き方まで私たちが指導しなくちゃならないのよ。
Their abusive jeers flew about one after another. I followed their quote-unquote directions and erased it. Ushiro... Oh man, I really want to go. Man, you viewers are so lucky I'm not in the bad mood right now. I'm honestly having a bit of a good mood, surprisingly enough. Ushiro Ange didn't have a cooperative attitude and caused trouble for her classmates.
ねえ、ちょっと私たちが言ったのをそのまま書いても意味ないのよ。
I mean, technically, you just, asked to. You said you told her what to write.
あんた、反省って意味分かってんの？
No.
自分の言葉で書かなくちゃ意味がないじゃない。自分の言葉で書かなくちゃ。
Wow.
後宮さんってちょっと不思議な子だなって思ってたけど、やっぱり変わってるよね。
What's wrong with being weird? Even following their directions didn't change the jeers much, and now it felt like they were mocking me even more. So for several more hours without rest, without even being allowed to go to the bathroom, much less dinner, I was continuously abused. I was coerced into writing a paragraph that humiliated myself. Uh, I think I had enough of this one. Holy shit. It's like first half is good and the other half is like a freaking Stunlock, because this is the harsh reality that we have to accept. But I'm gonna end it here. So next part, let's I'll continue more of this you know the harsh obstacle of the sort. Anyway, like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys later. Have a good one.